guys!
Happy Monday.
Welcome back to Devotions with Emma and Sammy. I hope you had a really good weekend. Today, we are going to talk about salt and light. And I know what you're thinking, those don't go together, but stick with us and you will see. So, we are going to talk about that today, but first, we're going to go over to Emma for our main idea and verse.
Yes, so our main idea today is shine the light, and our verse is from Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 through 15. You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. You are the light of the world. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. That's our verse. Over to you, Sammy.
Yes, thank you, Emma. So, today, we're going to talk about salt, which is going to be on this side, and we're talking about light, which is going to be on this side. So, salt. Today, we use salt to, sprinkle a little on our food, makes it taste good. You put some in cookies, who knows why. But salt, before this age of refrigerators, was used to preserve food. So you cover it in salt and keep it there, and it would preserve it. And to preserve means to keep it good, to keep it in the state that you want it to be. So, just like the verse that Emma read, Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. And you say, Jesus, what? But if you think about it in terms of how they were looking at it, as not stuff sprinkled on food, but something to preserve, it makes so much more sense. So if we are called to be salt, we're called to keep things good. We're called to keep things and how they should be. Because if you remember, we've talked about it a lot, everything was created perfect, and then sin came and it was no longer perfect, and it soon will be, but we're in this middle spot where it's not perfect right now. So when we're called to be salt, we're called to bring little pieces of that perfect back. And if you hear that and you say, I'm supposed to be perfect, that doesn't feel good. Absolutely not. We are never going to be perfect. But you know who is perfect? Jesus. And this is the perfect time for us to say, Jesus, I want to be salt. How do I do that? And he'll do it through us. So it's not our responsibility. Our only responsibility is to say, God, help. So that's salt on this side. On this side, we have light. Everyone knows what light is. So I want you to picture this. You're in a dark room. Maybe you're in a cave. I don't know. Wherever you want to be. It's really, really dark. And so close your eyes. It's really dark. All of a sudden, someone turns on a flashlight. And you're like, oh my gosh. Now I can see the room I'm in. And that little spot where the flashlight turned on, the darkness goes away because the light is there. That is what Jesus means when he says, you are the light of the world. And it's like, you're not supposed to wear bright clothes or like carry a flashlight around with you. It means that you are supposed to push back the darkness. And when you think of things that are light, you think of things that are good and joyful. So that's what we want to bring. So when we talked about on Friday, how you're supposed to plant good seeds of kindness and goodness and all of these fruits of the Spirit, that's being the light of the world. That's saying, man, I want it to be really bright. And if someone says about Emma, man, she's such a light, they're saying she's good and that she is bringing joy and goodness. But when people say that to Emma, she can say, you know why I'm that way? Because I love Jesus. Let me tell you about him. So a light is also a way to shine really bright for Jesus, not for ourselves. So, salt, keeping the good things good, light, pushing back the darkness. Those are the two things that we're talking about today. It still might be a little hard to understand because they're kind of hard concepts to grasp. So I want you, for our question today, to think, where do I feel like there needs to be more salt, more preserving the good, and more light, pushing back the darkness? It could be a place. It could be an idea. It could even, you could say, I think I need more of that in my life. I just want you to ask yourself that question right now. That's actually all I have for today. So we are going to end this one with an invitation from Emma.
Yes, so today is Global Smurfs Day. And if you're a Smurfs fan or you've just watched the movies, then you would know that the song Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake was actually written for the movie. So today we invite you guys to listen to that song and then follow along with a video from Just Dance that has some dance moves that you can do with it. The video will be linked in the description box below. Have fun, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.